Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke, a Trump campaign supporter, is reportedly being considered to lead the Department of Homeland Security. The two men met at Trump Tower yesterday. Sheriff Clarke is one of Donald Trump's most outspoken supporters. He's best known for his views on policing and his attacks on the Black Lives Matter movement.
There is no police brutality in the United States. There is no racism in the hearts of police officers. It's Black Lives Matter, which I have renamed Black Lies, L-I-E-S, Matter. We need to delegitimize this Black Lives Matter movement. We've had enough of their nonsense. I'm one of those that comes from the school, if a fight is inevitable, hit first and hit hard.
It is pitchfork and torches time in America.
Joining us now, Roland Martin, host and managing editor of NewsOne Now on TV One. Roland, you've encountered the sheriff. You've argued with him on TV. What do we need to know about him, and how would the confirmation hearing go?
This man is an absolute joke. He should not even be near any department of the federal government. Right now, 4 people have died in his jail in Milwaukee County, including an infant. 1 inmate died from dehydration, severe dehydration. He refuses to answer any questions. He's created this persona of being this tough-talking law enforcement guy, a black Joe Arpaio, wears his cowboy hat, thinks he's like basically, an old-school sheriff, but he's a joke. This guy should not be running any federal agency. He is a dangerous, dangerous person leading a federal agency.
Well, Roland, I mean, as we all know, you don't get to sit there and refuse to answer the question in a Senate confirmation hearing. I mean, if he's going to go into the Senate on a confirmation hearing for a position like this, of course he's going to be asked about deaths that occurring under his watch.
Yeah. And what he's going to do is he's actually going to sit there and stretch and lie and manipulate. I watched congressional testimony when he was talking about the death of Eric Garner, and he said, oh, no, he didn't die of a chokehold. It was because of a heart condition. And I'm sitting there going, are you serious? I remember members of the Congressional Black Caucus were just aghast at listening to him, and that's what he does. I mean, he goes on the attack. PolitiFact sent a tweet out earlier showing the massive number of lies he has repeated on the air. He's also said on the air about, oh, don't even protect these protesters. Wait a minute. He's being considered for the Department of Homeland Security. And he doesn't believe that even protesters should be protected. He's always trashing Black Lives Matter, but every time cops have gotten into trouble, especially in Chicago, I've tweeted him and said, it's amazing how you've grown silent whenever cops get in trouble. And that's what he does. And so I even challenged him at the Republican National Convention because he said, I will go toe-to-toe against anybody against Black Lives Matter. I said, come on my show on TV One. I'll have you for the whole hour, no one else. I'll pay for your ticket first class. And did his people ever get back with us? No, they didn't, because he's scared to be challenged. And if he does get nominated by Trump, oh, trust me, you want to watch those confirmation hearings because they will be explosive.
But, Roland, you have been on TV with him, and you are one of the people who's kind of wrestled with him on TV where he ran into truth versus his fantasy.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he has created and concocted his own idea of law enforcement. He literally has said that there's no police brutality in America.
Yeah.
And you go, press the tape. And this one, and this one, and this one. And he swears, oh, that stuff ended in the 70s. And I'm going, dude, you're a stone's throw from Chicago. What are you talking about? He is absolutely nuts. And I'm telling you, look, I know Trump loves rewarding loyalty, but this guy is dangerous. And to be Secretary of Homeland Security, he's not even remotely qualified for that job. There are a lot of other people who know how to do the job. Sheriff David Clarke is not one of them.
It does seem as though Donald Trump or the people putting these lists together are concerned with trying to get some black faces on this list.
Well, look, I know African Americans who are in law enforcement. I know African Americans who are Republican, who Donald Trump can pick, not David Clarke. And because, again, it questions, can you do the job? He simply can't do it.
Roland Martin, we're going to leave it there for tonight. Roland, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Lawrence.